police.
A very serious offence has taken place. The crime scene is within the precincts of the hospital. Now, that is the first thing that the police have to do, namely to protect the crime scene. What are they doing? Allow vandals to enter the hospital.
It's impossible that 7,000 people can gather without the consent.
Please, one second.
Allow me.
7,000 people can never gather without knowledge or consent of the police.
This is not an adversarial litigation.
It's not. Therefore, let us not be in denial mode. One girl has lost life by not only a sexual pervert, he's an animal.
After the principal resigns from this medical college,
He's sent to another hospital.
he's appointed as a principal of another college.
He doesn't resign. But anyway, be that as
At the least, his conduct is under scrutiny, and he's appointed as a principal somewhere else.
this is all. We have a note on all this misinformation.
It's not separate each other. There is a high court order.
The reality. Just show it to you.
Let them file the report, not
But
high
just show it to
matter
you.
tomorrow.
My
A
lord.
couple of things which we would like to
be there.
do. Well, let's make it very clear.
Yeah.
We would want the investigation has been handed over to the
CBI.
Bureau of Investigation.
Yes, done. Yes,
We want CBI to file a status report before this court on Thursday.
correct.
We will take up the case on Thursday. We want CBI to apprise us on the status of the investigation.
Correct.
The investigation obviously must be at a very sensitive stage so that it's something which will be submitted to the court.
For court's
For the principal,
consumption, not
it's something
the
that the case
making
guide.
it public.
It's really an investigation update
Yes,
status
yes.
report which will be given to us on Thursday. We will consider the status report on Thursday morning and see
Fair
where
enough.
the investigation is proceeding. Today, what we intend to do is that today we intend to pass an order. What we have done is, and three of us, that's why we were in conversation with each other. We have discussed the pros and cons. We are setting up, under the authority of this court, a national task force. The national task force will consist of a diverse segment of doctors from different parts of the country. We want them to make us recommendations in regard to the modalities to be followed across India. We're not only talking of the Ajikar Medical College and Hospital, but modalities to be followed all over the country for ensuring safety at the workplace first and foremost, for which our young doctors, the middle level doctors, the senior doctors are all today on protest and on strike. At the same time, we would, now that we are taking charge of these proceedings, we are appointing a national task force. It's our earnest request to doctors all over the country who have struck work. There are institutions where I know appointments are taken 2 years in advance. For instance, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Appointments are taken 2 years in advance. If patients lose their slot, they go back by another 2 years. So we would really earnestly appeal to all the doctors that we are here to ensure that their safety and protection is a matter of the highest national concern. And therefore, this is something which we would earnestly appeal to all the young doctors that this is something, please trust us. That's why we have not left it to just the High Court. The High Court, of course, consists of very seasoned judges. The Chief Justice was monitoring the investigation by the CBI, but we felt that this is now not a matter of a particular offense, however serious and horrendous the offense is, but something which affects the institution of healthcare pan-India. Therefore, the need for the Supreme
Mullahs,
Court.
we welcome this. I think this must be done, Mullahs. All of us must be very positive.
Lordships
But
may
Mullahs, I have only one request. Mullahs, I have only one request. Yeah, sorry.
Lord, I need, my lord, 5 minutes on this, my lord.
That's what I said. Yes,
Who is the first informant? We were talking about the first information.
yes.
Who is that first informant? Can you name us, please?
Name him.
Who is the first informant
we
who
just-
launched the FIR?
The one I just find out, Mullahs.
And we would also like to know the time of the registration of the
The
FIR.
father of the victim.
Wait a minute, please don't
Please don't.
interfere.
Yeah.
Don't interfere,
The
please.
first UD case was done by the police on its own.
So that is not an FIR. What is section 174 of the old CRPC today? Can anyone assist us, please?
Yes, what's it?
So that's just a report.
Yes, to start the investigation.
But then who lodged the FIR?
183.
First, the father of the deceased.
Yes.
Then
And
the
then
vice
vice
principal of the hospital. First, the father of the deceased and vice principal of the hospital.
No, there cannot be two FIRs.
No, but both complaints were sent to us.
No.
Both complaints sent to us.
Tell us whose complaint is treated as,
Father of the deceased.
this is registered at what time?
11:45 p.m.
11:45?
PM.
And now
Next day, next day.
Yes.
The night. The night, Mullah.
The night.
In the night. In the night. Mullah. In the
Now,
night.
when is the body, one second, when is the body handed over to the parents for cremation?
Mullah, kindly have this
Just
note
tell
that
us,
I've given.
what time is the body handed over to the parents for cremation? One second.
Around 3:30.
30:10.
No.
Therefore, one thing is very clear. The body is handed over to the parents for cremation at 8:30 p.m. The FIR is registered at 11:45 p.m. 3 hours and 15 minutes after the body is handed over to the parents for cremation.
They refused to file. This is the problem. We handed it over. They filed the FIR. They made the complaint at 11:45. They say, we are in shock. Please do whatever you want to do. They wanted a postmortem. We did the postmortem. All is videographed. Everything is videographed.
The autopsy and the postmortem take place.
Between 1:45 to 4 p.m.
Now, between 1:45 and 4 p.m.,
Yeah.
the autopsy takes place, followed by the
Why not
postmortem.
the autopsy took place at 6 o'clock, not at,
Fair enough. That's all right. We'll take it as between 1 and 4 o'clock. It doesn't take place in 1 minute. It takes
that was
time.
when,
Videograph.
1 second. Don't keep on interrupting.
They wanted
So
a board. We
are
constituted a
proceeding-
board.
We are proceeding on the basis of Mr. Sibal's hypothesis that the autopsy and the postmortem take place between 1 and 4:45 in the afternoon. Now,
Lordship, there is-
notwithstanding this, clearly,
Lordship, there-
the autopsy would reveal that this is a case where a doctor has been murdered, where she has been murdered.
Yeah.
The FIR is registered at 11:45 in the night, Mr. Sibal.
Yeah.
And who was expected to register?
Yeah.
Nobody in the hospital registers the FIR. The father registers the, what was the principal or the vice principal? What were the authorities of the hospital doing?
They wanted a board. We constituted a board. They wanted a magistrate. We got the
You don't
magistrate.
need
They
that
realized
time
that
for
murder has
registration
been
of FIR.
committed.
You don't need a medical board for
They are-
registration of
Politics.
FIR.
They're
At
in
the
a
moment,
politics.
at the moment, Mellas, what are we considering? We are considering, Mellas, 2 or 3 things, as your lordship has put to me. How did these photographs reach the social media?
No, that's
I'll mention all this. How did these photographs reach the media? We have nothing to do with it.
No, let
because
us
we
not
cordoned off
trivialize, my lord.
everything. People there took photographs, came in, took photographs and sent it. Number 2, Mellas. Number 2, immediately, Mellas, immediately an unnatural death case, Mellas, was started and an investigation was started. Your lordship may be right, Mellas, why did it happen? But whatever the parents were doing, we were agreeing with that. We set up a board. We asked the magistrate to come, a judicial magistrate to be present. Everything was videographed. Everything was called.
Mr. Sibal, it is the
Application
obligation
was
of
made
the
before the Sialda
authorities
court.
of the hospital.
Yeah.
The parents are not present in the hospital when the murder takes place.
Yes.
It's the obligation of the authorities of the hospital to register an FIR the moment they
2:45 it was done. 2:45 done. The letter was sent.
11:45 in the
No, 2:45 letter was sent. Assistant superintendent sent a letter at 2:45, Mellas. It's not 11:30. At 2:45 itself, we'll set out all this, Mellas. It's better we set it.
What we, Mr.
Lordships may give me 5 minutes, my lord,
Yes.
to further, my lord, to assist your lordship.